Welcome to Smart Business Show for August 19th, 2018. September 19th, 2018. Today we're going to talk about a book called Clockwork, which is by Michael Michailowicz. I think that's how you say his name anyways. And he also wrote Profit First, which if you followed me for a while, I love. So you should get that as well. And what we're going to talk about is his ACDC model. And that is the 4 areas of your business that you need to track. And it's not the band. And so the 4 areas are attract, convert, deliver, and collect. Right, so bringing in clients, bringing in leads, converting to clients, delivering the product, and collecting the money. And so in his model, and let's backtrack for a second, Clockwork is all about running a business like Clockwork, a business that you could take off for a month and everything happens without you needing to be there at all. That's what the business is about. The book is about. Really good book. I'm just finishing it and it's great. It's going to be a recommend for sure. Probably one of the 5 books that I would say are the have to read books if you're gonna be an entrepreneur. So what he says in that is that in your business for it to run that clockwork, you do need a metrics. He uses the standard car dashboard, right? How fast are you going? How is your engine hot? Stuff like that. And so in each of these areas, you need one thing to track. So in attract, it might be how many people join your email list each day or each week. It might be how many business cards you get at networking events. It might be how many people fill out to, or talk to you after some sort of speaking event. For convert is how many people become customers in X time frame is a good one. So he says for his Profit First, it's they want a 33% conversion based on how many people sign up within 90 days. So if I signed up today, within 90 days, he wants to see 33% of the people that sign up today become Profit First members. And then deliver. Now, the way this would be working, according to Michael, is that either it's maybe repeat customers would be one because they just rave about it. So if you have a repeatable product, right? So say your Harry's razors, do your people keep ordering? Do they love your razors? It could be rave reviews, people loving your book. Are you delivering well on the product? And then Profit First, it's a certification would be the big thing. With coaching, it would be, am I delivering? Am I seeing people change their business for the better? Are they saying, I'm just doing maybe as much work, but I feel better because it's all planned well, because now I can actually see my kids. I'm not stressing. I can pay attention when I'm with my children. And then finally is collect. And so he says 5 times maybe in the book, cash is the lifeblood of your business. And he's absolutely true. Cash is the lifeblood of your business. So for a membership site, he says as long as less than 5% of people are not missing payments, so then he's good. And that's fine for collect. For membership sites, you might also look at price as you change retention there, right? So if I up the price or if I change to a yearly model, am I decreasing the amount of people that fail payments? For my development business, I count collect even up front. So he does say you can change this, right? So it could be, for me, it would probably be ACDC. So for development, I often attract, then I convert, and then I collect because I do upfront payment on 98% of everything. So yes, for you wondering who are web developers, I get paid up front for $50,000 projects, and then deliver at the end. And then deliver would be how happy they are, say rave reviews. So collect. How do you measure that? And so what he says in this whole thing is that as you have your business, you need to measure each one of these. And if there's a problem, say with your attraction phase, you need to change one thing in it. So if there's a trouble in your attraction phase, you're just not getting people to your email list. And this was something that I was battling for quite a while. And maybe still battling, we'll have to see. I was battling it for a while and I was not seeing email growth at all. I participated in here's a whole bunch of free stuff and collected another 500 email addresses from that. But I basically cut 500 a year later because they're all dead. So whether or not that helped, I don't know. I probably retained a few and lost some of my own, which is fine. And so I did a drastic email cut recently because there were low quality leads in there. People hadn't opened anything in a year, so gone. Anyways, attract. How many people show up? So what has solved that, what I changed really, the only thing I really changed in it was writing a book. I wrote a book and now I'm seeing 5-6 good leads a day consistently for the last, the book's been out for a couple of weeks now. So I've been seeing that every day. So I'm seeing purchases of the book every day, which might be my biggest lead indicator, purchases of the book. That's great. And then I'm seeing how many people are coming through to the email list. And I'm seeing, say 4 or 5 a day, which is good. That's a bigger growth list for me than I have had in a long time. And you might also say that getting on podcasts and having an email giveaway for them there, that would be another big thing that I could do to get to affect that, right? If I start pushing on the podcasts again and getting on more podcasts, then I could say, hey, this is making a difference because, I'd be tracking it through UTM parameters in Google for those who care. Google would tell me, hey, such and such people came from, or all these people that signed up came from this podcast. So that'd be great. Yeah, and then again, if you're converting, like how am I changing? So this is probably where maybe where I'm bottlenecking now. I have to step back and decide first whether the 3 to 5 a day is a big enough lead increase for me. But am I converting people to bootcamp was what it's called right now? Probably going to change because if you notice, I do a lot of Lego branding, so it's probably going to become master builders, which means I'll have to do the whole course videos because it says bootcamp a lot. Anyways, master builders is to stick with my Lego branding, right? And to make it more unique. So that's where we're bottlenecking right now. We're not converting well. Deliver, I know like the coaching clients that I have, they have been with me for a long time and they consistently say they get value out of talking to me and their business runs better and they're more profitable. And when they have ideas like, so even one client who I won't name did a course recently. And then they said, hey, some people bought the course after the course was like not even around because it was a live course, live webinar. And it wasn't around. People bought it after. And I said, great. And they said, well, but I don't think I'm going to do anything else with it. What do you mean? Sell it more. So they sold it more and they sold more again, which is great. That's a good thing. So they turned, I think their original metric was 10 leads. They got 5 initially. One person didn't show up, but there's a replay. And they had 2 people buy right after. So that took them up to 7. And they sold. So basically by the end of it, they had their 10 leads. Their 10 people to say that this was successful. And that's because I said you better do it or else I'm going to, get you in trouble. And that was more money, more revenue in their pocket, more leads in their pipeline, and a process because we said like every time you do a webinar, you need to sell it after too. Anyway, again, deliver and then collect. So I collect pretty much everything up front, and so that's why I say mine is probably ACCD, and yours could be different as well, right? So with books, it's attract. Again, it's ACCD. Again, with books, with coaching, it's ACCD in many ways. For me. So the point is change one thing in each of these 4 areas and have a metric. So what is it for you? Like I said, for me, attract is probably going to be leads on my email list. Convert is going to be people going into bootcamp or what will likely be master builders. Deliver, I don't know, people who continue with membership after a year. That's a long lead time though, so I don't know about that. That's a good one because generally when you do the bootcamp or the master builders course, you get a year of membership. And so are you going to continue? And then I guess there's even two aspects of that. There's the lower price point, which is do-it-yourself video course. And then there's the higher price point, which is coaching with me. And so maybe even the one is after you do the video course, do you move into coaching? Maybe that's a better deliver. Did I deliver the video course well so that they want to move into coaching? That might be a better one. Or did I deliver the coaching well so they want to move into a long-term group coaching scenario or a one-on-one coaching scenario? And then collect. So I say mine is ACCD, so I collect. Before that, I collect before I deliver anything for the course. But maybe even deliver would be another good one. I'm getting people asking for refunds. If I'm having people ask for refunds, then I'm not delivering well in most circumstances. There's always the odd person that's going to come through in these scenarios where they get the course and 4 minutes later they're like, give me a refund. I didn't like it. And you're like, what? You didn't even do anything. So really they just bought it, downloaded it, and then they're off to the races. So anyway, you need to identify what your ACDC is. You need to identify what the metrics are in there. And another big one in here is the queen bee role. So what is the main role that everything hinges on? So for me, I would say it is writing. That would be my queen bee role. I need to write. I shared this on Instagram a while ago to see if I can link to that Instagram post. And that's the big queen bee role for me. So everything else needs to serve that. And then I need to keep my eyes on these metrics: the attract, convert, deliver, and collect metrics. And if I can do that, then I can maybe have the business run by itself, right? So I would serve the queen bee role, which is my favorite. Probably that and coaching are my 2 favorite. Writing and coaching are my favorite things. And then let the rest of it happen, right? So let someone else handle the social media, let someone else handle the email campaigns, let someone else handle all these other things. And I would just do the 2 things that I really love. Wouldn't do like invoicing, stuff like that either. And really with coaching, there is no invoicing. You pay and you get coaching, or you don't pay and you don't get it. That's it. So there's no like, I paid you and I'm chasing an invoice for months. All right, that's it. I'd love to hear in the comments on YouTube, in the show notes, like whatever. Let me know what your ACDC is, what type of business you run, or you can shoot me an email personally, curtis@curtismchale.ca. I'd love it if you're on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up, share it, comment on it. If you're listening to this in whatever the podcatcher is of your choice, send me give me a heart or a star. Reviews on iTunes are great. I love them. Please send me a review in iTunes. I know most people now say, I'm totally going to look it up. I'm actually not going to look it up because that's something I'm terrible at. This is where I would, again, have someone doing this for me eventually. Because I'm not going to look it up and just giving me a list. Here's, say thank you to John. And I will say thank you to John, which could be 3 or 4 Johns because John is the most popular name in my business. But John, Mr. Locke, thank you for commenting on this stuff regularly and for sharing it. And thank you for all of you who share it. I do appreciate it a lot. And I try to, when you ping me, when you let me know on Twitter, when you let me know in these other areas, I really want to, because I do appreciate it. Thank you. Mario, another person who does it quite regularly. So identify these things. Let me know what they are. I'd love to talk to you about them. I do actually do free coaching calls, like as an initial consult for people. So if you want to take advantage of that, please take advantage of it. Just send me an email, curtis@curtismchale.ca. Say something like, I want to take advantage of the free consulting call, and I will send you a link. You can book it. Spaces are limited, so you may have to book out a little ways. But I do take those regularly. People help me when I started. I want to help people at no charge when you start as well. People help me over and over and over. I want to do that for you. And yeah, hopefully sometime we will get into coaching. We'll get into other stuff, or you'll buy the books or something like that. You'll share it with your friends. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'm hoping to not have rain here for part of the day so I can go to my bike ride. Have a good one.